Johnson Dresser Sports Complex. Mark Simpson along with Eric Braley as we are underway here in the top of the 7th. Kaylin Packard, UNI pitcher, has gone the distance so far, and she'll face the top of the order. Angela Cerrone, Lauren DeRolf, Grace French. Braves with a 3-0 lead. All 3 runs scoring in the 5th inning.
Pretty simple right now in that Bradley wants to get more runs, manufacture runs, and get insurance runs. 3 might not be enough, and pretty simple for UNI. They want to get a 1-2-3 inning, no more runs, and they'll be down to their final 3 outs to try and match or win on a walk-off.
2-1 the count here to Angela Cerrone. Last time up, had a triple, brought in a run. Whoa! Kim had got her as apparently hit by the pitch.
Yeah, that is the call. It's always scary when the helmet flies off. As you're going to see the replay here. So as she ducks out of the way and falls away from it, the helmet does slide off. That'll rattle you a little bit.
That's the second hit batsman in the game for Packard. Now here's DeRolf. DeRolf driving in a run with a double last time up, but she's feeling good. She just made the great sliding catch to close out the bottom of the 6th inning. Slow roller, Snyder at third, comes up throwing, and not in time! And an infield single for DeRolf. And the first 2 runners get aboard here in the top of the 7th for the Braves. Just off the end of her bat. And watch Snyder coming in. Did everything possible. And she fields it, and just beating that out.
Yep, that's the right call.
Goes DeRolf, and now runners at first and second. That is the 5th hit of the game now for the Braves.
Great job running that one out. And a nice play by Snyder. I mean, really, I don't know if there's anything else that you can do better, but so no outs and threatening with runners in first and second here.
Here's Grace French batting. French is 0 for 2. Walked in the first, and struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. Kaylin Packard, the reigning pitcher of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. Struck out 10, only allowed 5 hits, but the Braves making the most of those hits with a homer, triple, and a double. Foul, look out, on deck hitter, Abbott Badgley. That ball came right at her.
You know, softball is such a fun and entertaining game. It's really grown in popularity. I know 30 or 45 minutes, there's going to be the College Women's Basketball National Championship, and the viewership of that has grown significantly. College Women's Volleyball, the viewership has grown significantly. And those are really the 3 sports, with softball, as they call it, a strike there for out 1. Those 3 sports in the last couple of years, it's just fun. It's entertaining. It's fast-paced, and I think the general public is going to continue to be drawn to the sport of softball.
Out of the 11 strikeouts for Packard, that is the first one she's gotten a batter looking, as that ball fouls off by Abbott Badgley. Be interesting to see popularity of women's college wrestling, because that'll be coming in next year.
Most certainly. And
on the Division I level.
Certain schools have already made the commitment and added it. It's in the state of Iowa at the high school level. It's really popular.
Slow roller. Foul ball. And it's 0-2 on Badgley. Badgley hitting in the cleanup spot. Braves up 3-0. Trying to get some insurance runs. Packard. Some smoke, but just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We stand next to Kaylin Packard. She is tall.
She is. height doesn't necessarily make you a good pitcher, but
she strikes out Badgley. About 12 strikeouts now for KP, and there's now Kirsten McCoy coming up to the plate. McCoy struck out in the second, walked in the fourth, and had a base hit last inning in the sixth. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. The wind has been howling throughout this entire game. Now we were expecting like a 9, 7, 10, 8 type game, but it's been a pitcher's duel between Packard for Northern Iowa and Schaller for Bradley.
Well, that home run, the only home run we've seen, would have been out, I believe, on a normal day, but the wind really pushed it deep and far.
That was the hit by Jordy Vanderwerf. That came in the 5th inning. That ball is hit in the right field. Will that fall in? It is going to fall in, and a run will come in. 3 Panthers around it, but they could not bring in the bloop hit by McCoy, and Angela Cerrone scores from second base, and it's now 4-0. Bradley with the lead.
Well, bloop hit that routinely the outfielders might have been playing in a couple steps and would have been able to make the routine play, but instead another RBI, 4th run here, an insurance run. Oh, and by the way, they still have a runner in scoring position at 3rd.
Yep, runners at the corners. Off-speed pitch on Comstock. It's called strike. There's Comstock, 0 for 3 in the game. Swing and a miss, trying to pick up her 13th strikeout of the game. Kaylin Packard. So the Braves, that could be an important run here, as it's now 4-0. That ball popped up, out of play, foul.
I mean, to have 12 strikeouts and potentially to take the loss, that's just a unique outing where you're proud of the work that was done, but it wasn't enough. And one of the reasons is the UNI bats have not been able to produce any runs.
UNI has been held to just 3 hits, all singles.
13. Wow.
Wow. Outlooking is Comstock, and that'll close out the top of the 7th. But this base hit by Kirsten McCoy puts the Braves up by 4 heading into the bottom of the 7th. This is The Valley on ESPN.
Cody!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm good. I'm crocheting.
I see that.
It started off as a hobby, kind of snowballed from there. And Alex, I don't want to stop.
Well, I don't see why you should have to. Let's set you up with a side gig savings goal on the US Bank mobile app. This way you can turn it into your main hustle before you know it.
You're my hero, Alex.
What are you working on now?
Pool cover.
That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a bathing suit.
Oh, did Linda like it?
She did not.
Oh.
You should see what I made for Max. Max, look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream a reality. US Bank. We'll get there together.
Part of investing in the campus, university, and the Unidome, and part of our Art Tomorrow campaign is knowing that there will be future generations of Iowans and Panther student athletes and fans that will be able to come here and have the type of wonderful experience that I've experienced as a fan, as an athlete, as a parent, and it's investing in that future.
Give today at ourtomorrow.uni.edu.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner of the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at ticketsmarter.com.
Bradley going for upset win. UNI coming in. Tied for first in the conference with Indiana State. danger of losing their first game of the year. Bottom of the 7th, trailing 4-0. It'll be Hogan, Kelly, and Moss. Here for Northern Iowa, Cameron Schaller has been brilliant for the Bradley Braves today. She's held this hot-hitting UNI team just 3 hits, struck out 5, and has been control this entire contest.
Yeah, and if you're Bradley, this is a turning point in the season. Again, under first-year head coach, it's an opportunity where if you would have told them, hey, you're going to win one of the first 2 against the league-leading and reigning Missouri Valley Conference champions, that's something really to hang your hat on and get excited about. The job's not done, though. You got to get 3 outs before the Panthers get 4 runs.
UNI missed an opportunity last inning. They had runners at first and second with 1 out, but Schaller able to get a big out, getting Maya Dodge and then Brooke Snyder. A couple of UNI's better hitters. Dodge, definitely UNI's best hitter. This countdown goes 3-1 here to Hogan. Hogan, local girl, she's from Waterloo. Cedar Falls and Waterloo combined here in this, they call this Cedar Valley here, where UNI is located in Cedar Falls. 3-1 offering, ball fouled off. And it's a full count. Hogan 0 for 2. Flew out to the third baseman in the second. Flew out to the shortstop in the 4th. She is a good contact hitter. See some of the dust getting blown around here at the wind here. In the infield dirt.
Little distracting if you're a fielder.
Full count for Schallers. Misses up high, so that's a big play for Northern Iowa. They get the leadoff runner aboard. So runner at first. That's the 3rd walk given up by Cameron Schaller. We saw some action in the Braves bullpen early in the ball game.
Yeah,
but
I'd be surprised. So we saw 2 pitchers for Bradley yesterday, and Schallers just looked significantly better than what Bradley had yesterday, where they gave up 9 runs in 4 innings to the Panthers. So I think this is hers to win.
Hannah Kelly now batting for Northern Iowa, and the first pitch is a ball.
It's a pressure-packed situation. It's an opportunity that, again, you just really have to play the outs. And if you're a fielder too, yeah, you should try and get the lead runner at the second in this situation. But if that's too difficult of a play, get the forcer out, throw it to first, and don't worry about the fact that the lead runner's at second, because you're sitting on a 4-run cushion. That it's a completely different scenario if it's 1-0 at this stage of the game.
2-0 the count here as Vanderwerf, the catcher, talking with Schaller in the circle. So Hannah Kelly, redshirt senior, at the plate. Hogan is at first.
Again, both these programs pretty young. And let's see what the senior can do for UNI.
Kelly coming in with the .310 batting average. 2-0 count. And that misses. 3 balls, no strikes. So UNI down 4-0. And for the first time in this game, we're seeing some control issues by Cameron Schaller.
Yeah, and you know, the terminology is how long of a leash do you have? I think she has a real long leash right now with what she has proven, even though 4 straight balls, and really a couple of them might have been close, but the last couple really weren't.
And now we're going to see some action in the Braves bullpen. As coming in to throw will be Abbott Badgley. You saw her yesterday. She was the starting, or she threw yesterday.
Came in for relief yesterday, and now a pinch hitter for the Panthers is going to be Addison McElrath, a 5'7" sophomore out of Moville, Iowa, attended Woodbury Central High School. A little strategy with these coaches. So the tying run if she gets on, is in the on-deck circle. But
yeah, McElrath just limited at bats this year, hitting 467. Well, that's a big bat coming off the bench. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Check swing. Yes, she went around. 0-1 the count. McElrath, this will be her 16th at bat. She does have one homer, has driven in 4 runs. So Ryan Jacobs, the head coach for Northern Iowa, hoping McElrath come through here in the bottom of the 7th and down 4-0. Oh, fouls it off, 0-2. So Schaller.
Look how she responded. 4 pitches out of the strike zone, walking, and then really attacking the pinch hitter here.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hogan at second, Kelly at first, and called strike.
Wow.
Big play by Schaller. Her 6th strikeout of the game is a huge one. So McElrath, 3 pitches as we look at that off-speed pitch, which has been so effective today for Schaller. So now the number 9 hitter, Darren Lamprecht. UNI down 4-0, bottom of the 7th.
Well, Lamprecht hits for power, and then you have the top of the order in the on-deck circle for UNI.
Yeah, if she can just get aboard, UNI could feel pretty good. They'll have their big bats coming around at the top of the order. But there's a called strike. It's Cameron Schaller trying to close out the Panthers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Get a big win for Sarah Willis in her first year as head coach for the Braves. This would be a big confidence boost for the program.
UNI 18-10 overall, 7-0 in Missouri Valley Conference play. Just no runs. They had no problem scoring runs yesterday, but
well, they have had no problems throughout conference play so far. They have again ran past the opponents, and there's a line drive, an extra base hit. It goes all the way to the fence. Panthers get their first run of the game in as Papillo, coming in, scores Hogan, and racing over to third is Kelly, and it's a stand-up double for Darren Lamprecht. And UNI still with a heartbeat here in the bottom of 7th. So watch again the low line drive hit by the Lamprecht, the first baseman, and it's now 4-1. And now the tying run at the plate as coming up is Kylie Sanders.
And sometimes it takes one. Finally, that one getting across, breaking the scoreless game to open the floodgates and threatening with 2 runners on in scoring position. We'll see.
Off-speed pitch misses this time, and it's a 1-0 count. Sanders looking for her first hit of the game. She's 0 for 2, walked in the first, flew out to center in the third, and then grounded out to the first baseman.
4th time through the lineup.
Last inning. So Cameron Schaller loses the shutout here in the bottom of the 7th. On that RBI double hit by Lamprecht. Now it's a 1-1 count. UNI, the defending conference champs, tied for first with Indiana State heading into today's action, and not going away quietly here in the 7th. Outside, 2-1. So it started with that leadoff walk to Hogan. And now UNI has gotten on the board. Again, Sanders represents the tying run, and look at Schaller again falling behind a batter. It's 3-1.
Well, the thing is, first base is open, so if she walks her, no harm done. The issue is you have Papillo, who would come to the plate with the bases juice, and Madison Parks and Maya Dodge right closely behind her.
3-1 offering. Ball hit, line drive, hits the top of the fence. 1 run in, another will score, and it's now 4-3 with the tying run at second. Just missing a home run by inches was the Kylie Sanders, and it hit the top yellow portion up there, and that bounced back in. Wow, watch it again.
If the fence is 3 inches shorter, we have a tied ball game.
And 2 runs in. It's now 4-3. And are we getting a new pitcher in the ball game here for the Braves?
See, I don't know. I would keep her in. I think she is the best option they have in the pitching circle, and she has pitched a gem. But the Panthers' 4th time through the lineup facing her, and it does look like, so French, who started yesterday, will move from second base. Well, don't ever count these Panthers out. So we're about an hour and 15 minutes into this softball game, or excuse me, 2 hours and 15 minutes into the softball game. And if you're a UNI viewer, a UNI fan, you really haven't had much to get excited about except for Packard's strikeout tally, which is at 13. Very few base runners, and what base runners there have been stranded and not able to score. And now 3 runs here, and still there's only 1 out. But the best part of the Panthers hitting lineup is up right now.
French, who's...
Let's take a look at how this game got to this stage right now as we'll replay. And again, outstanding job in the control room across the board with our director, producer, replay operator, and cameras.
That brought in the first run. That was the hit by Dylan Lamprecht. And then this is the hit by Kylie Sanders, just missing a home run that would have tied the game. But coming in to score, it was Kelly and Lamprecht. And now it's 4-3. And now here's Alexis Papillo up to the plate. So French, now the pitcher. And we'll see Ashley Breeding is the second baseman now for Bradley. Everybody else staying in their positions. So the left-handed hitting Papillo trying to tie this game in, trying to bring in the runner in from second. Called strike.
Great pitch to start it off. Really trying to set the tone, calm down her teammates, and make a statement here.
Kirsten McCoy, that bloop hit to bring in a run in the top of the 7th, looming huge right now. Off-speed pitch, just missing outside, 1-1.
So the interesting thing is these Panthers faced French yesterday, so they do have some knowledge, some experience. She was the starting pitcher taking the loss in that game yesterday, 9-0.
So it's 1-1. Papillo watches the count go 2-1 as French in relief. Cameron Shalling, who really pitched so well today here for the Braves. And that run at second base, responsible for that is Shalling.
He gave up 5 hits.
French is offering. That ball will tie the game. Goes into right field. Bobbled by Cerrone. And coming in to score is Kylie Sanders as the exciting freshman for Northern Iowa. Alexis Papillo comes through in the clutch.
Well, we were talking about how talented she has been, but we really haven't seen much from her offensively today, delivers a huge hit to tie this up, and now she is the potential game-winning run. If she scores before Bradley gets 2 more outs, the Panthers win a walk-off victory and come from the depths behind, but still a long ways from that happening potentially.
She has a pretty swing. That ball is fouled off in the first offering. Madison Parks, and now Braves facing that real tough portion of the lineup for Northern Iowa. Parks, good contact hitter. Watch out on deck, the dangerous Maya Dodge. UNI scoreless until this inning has erupted for 4 runs. We're tied 4-4 here in the bottom of the 7th, and now UNI has the winning run at first base. Crazy how this
and this
game
is why
has
sports
changed.
is awesome. I mean, you just can't predict it. You can't predict that Bradley's in a situation to be up 4-0, and then you can't predict this.
There's a ball hit off the end of the bat. The new second baseman, Ashley Breeding, makes the catch, and they double up Papillo at first base. Oh, we're getting extra inning softball. It's a 4-4 tie, but this hit helped lifted UNI in this comeback here in the bottom of the 7th. This is the Valley on ESPN.
Thanks.
Jake from State Farm, I really need to know.
Go spicy or go home, right?
What? No. What if I'm not sure I have the right coverage for my car?
Oh, your agent can help me make sure it's just what you need.
What if I accidentally hit a food truck and it gets covered in empanadas?
You can file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Thanks.
Oh.
That is too spicy. That's for you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
I'm here to better myself. I want to face challenges head on. To be taught by experts. To become an expert. My generation will bring solutions to tomorrow's problems. And UNI has made me ready for that future.
Cody!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm good. I'm crocheting.
I see that.
It started off as a hobby, kind of snowballed from there. And Alex, I don't want to stop.
Well, I don't see why you should have to. Let's set you up with a side gig savings goal on the US Bank mobile app. This way you can turn it into your main hustle before you know it.
You're my hero, Alex.
What are you working on now?
Pool cover.
That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a bathing suit.
Oh, did Linda like it?
She did not.
Oh.
You should see what I made for Max. Max, look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream a reality. US Bank. We'll get there together.
Well, we go into the top of the 8th inning. Tied at 4 as UNI scores 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Now to force extra innings and a new pitcher coming into the game, Eric.
Yeah, and she's a good pitcher, too.
Samantha Heyer, who got the start yesterday, and she has won the Missouri Valley Conference Pitcher of the Week honors the last 3 weeks.
So think about this. Heyer had 10 strikeouts in 4 innings yesterday, and Packard had 13 strikeouts through 6 innings then. So the Panther starting pitchers have had 23 strikeouts against Bradley in these 2 games, and not even full complete games.
0-2 at Heyer. Jamser and Vandenwerf able to get just the bat on it, just enough, and it's a count remains 0-2. Vandenwerf got that big solo home run in the 5th, part of that 3-run Braves uprising. It looked like they took control of the game as Heyer gets the strikeout on the riser, and it's a one down, and this is Addie Welsh, the number 8 hitter, coming up to the plate for the Braves.
There's a look at the replay there, and interesting strategy. Softball different from baseball in the fact that Packard could potentially come in relief in the second game of the doubleheader, and Heyer could potentially start or pitch some innings in the second game as well. My assumption heading into this series was Coach Jacobs was going to go Heyer in game 1, Packard in game 2, and Heyer in game 3. Well, now we're in game 2, and Heyer is coming in here in extra innings to try and silence the bats and give the UNI's offense a chance to win it in the bottom of the 8th.
Heyer with some velocity. 0-2 here to Welsh. Heyer ready, looking for the dark one, and fouls it off. And count remains 0-2. Heyer from Charles City, Iowa, just about a half-hour north of Cedar Falls.
Did you ever see her in high school prep ball?
I did not, but she put together some impressive numbers. She was a comet at Charles City. Oh, that jammed her, and they got her on the hand. And getting aboard, Addie Welsh representing the go-ahead run.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay again. I wasn't quite sure where the ball hit.
They caught her in the hand. Right in the wrist area, the left wrist. And so now here comes Cameron. Schaller was batting before here. I think we might now see swing and a miss. This will be Ashley Breeding.
Yeah, Breeding played second base yesterday. She is just a freshman.
So Breeding here in the 8th. Big at bat for her. After some high heat, misses. 0-2. Heyer dominant yesterday in a 9-0 win in 5 innings for UNI. Heyer rocks, fires, and makes it look easy as she strikes out Breeding. So UNI pitchers have combined now for 15 strikeouts.
Timely hits by Bradley, taking advantage of some walks, and even with 2 outs, trying to find a way to get that 1 run to go up 5-4, and that would really apply pressure on UNI in the bottom half of the 8th.
Incredible, we're still playing here as UNI was down 4-0 going into the bottom of the 7th, but took advantage of those back-to-back walks to start off the inning. As Heyer gets the called strike, Angela Cerrone, who scored a couple runs in this ball game for the Braves, falls behind the count, 0-2. So this is the first game of a doubleheader. Again, as Eric mentioned, it'll be interesting to see how they use Heyer in the next game. There's a line drive past the third baseman as Cerrone moves the runner over to second, and now the Braves have the go-ahead run at second base, and here is Lauren DeRolf, who's had a good afternoon.
Well, Cerrone has had a great afternoon, and the fact that she represents 2 of the 4 scored runs.
It's Brooke Snyder, unable to get to that line drive past her. And now here's DeRolf. Had a double to bring in a run in that big 3-run 5th inning for the Braves. And also had a single in the 7th. So she's 2 for 4 in the ball game. Heyer delivers. Awkward swing by DeRolf that time.
Kind of chasing it, making something happen, trying to make something happen. Now down in the count, 0-2. Papilla wants to keep everything in front of her here as
ball popped up foul.
That left-handed slap hitter where you make contact and your motion is going down the base path a couple of steps.
No balls, 2 strikes. Higher, trying to end the threat here in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. She strikes out the side, and we will go into the bottom of the 8th. So Higher comes in relief of Packard and does what the UNI pitchers have done all day. Strikes out a Brave. We'll be back in the bottom of the 8th. This is The Valley on ESPN.
My name is Sandy Phillips Stevens. I graduated in 1962. The theme, Our Tomorrow, focuses not just on tomorrow, but our. Our means the students here, the students who will be coming, the graduates, the alums. If this campaign gets the support it deserves, UNI can make an impact unforeseen.
Give today at ourtomorrow.uni.edu.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain.
Hi, ladies.
Alex from US Bank. Can she help?
How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system?
That can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders?
That's what US Bank Business Essentials is for.
What about a new oven? Can US Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes.
That would be a big help.
Huge. Jumbo.
Ginormous.
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. We'll get there together.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At MidAmerican Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 4. Grace French in relief of Cameron Schaller. Both teams have gone to their second pitcher in this contest. And here's Maya Dodge. She can end this game in a hurry. She is batting .380 coming into the game. 1 for 3.
Have to be careful how you pitch to her, as she represents the game-winning run for the UNI Panthers. So a solo home run, the game ends immediately, and the Panthers would have scored the last 5 runs to win it 5-4.
Braves unable to hold on to a 4-0 lead going in the bottom of the 7th. So UNI able to roar back and tie it. Now trying to win it in extra innings. There's a slow roller to the third baseman, and they're going to say that was foul ball. Dodge go back to the plate. Count now though, 1-2. Dodge was retired in a big at bat in the 6th. That looked like that was going to end UNI's last chance, as they had runners at first and second at the time with just 1 out. Dodge popped up in the infield. French's 1-2 offering misses outside. French again starting pitcher in a 9-0 loss yesterday in the first game of this weekend series. Coming in with a record of just 2-8, a high ERA on the season of 4.51. 2-2 offering. Dodge, big swing, just gets a piece of it to stay alive.
And just barely nicks it. The count at 2-2. The wind is dying down. I mean, it is still a windy day, but
at the wind tunnel we had to begin the contest. Dodge hit her 5th home run of the season yesterday, a mammoth shot in that win for Northern Iowa. 2-2 offering. That ball riser loads the count.
Yeah, sometimes you just lose grip of it a little bit, but not close to the strike zone. And now UNI just wants to get a base runner on, but with arguably their best power hitter right here, she wants to give the ball a ride as well.
Full count. Ball fouled off. Is UNI played an extra inning game this year, Eric?
That's a great question. I do not know that. I know they have not played one outdoors on their home field.
It's a full count now to Maya Dodge hitting cleanup. Grace French takes a long look at her dugout to get the sign. Full count. And
what a battle. What a battle.
Oh, Dodge fouls it back.
A lot of pitches.
Outfield still playing deep.
I think that's the right call. Even though the wind is dying down some, with Dodge's power, you want to keep things in front of you if at all possible.
Full count. French delivers and hit. Easy play. Third baseman McCoy throws out the runner, and that's a big out to start the bottom of the 8th inning.
It's huge. It is huge for the fact that a lot of pitches were thrown, didn't back away, and then using the defense behind French to make the play at third. That's a big out.
So Grace French gets a dangerous at-bat. A batter, I should say, and Maya Dodge out, one away, and this is Brooke Snyder coming up to the plate. 1-0 the count.
So Snyder hitting in the 5 spot, the on-deck hitter.
She's 0 for 3 in the game.
That pitching change, again, I really wasn't sure if Bradley should have made the switch because of how...
That ball popped up, foul territory, and the first baseman, Comstock, is there, makes the catch. There's 2 down.
It's tough to have the concentration. Again, the wind is swirling a little bit. You're looking up into the sun. Oh, and by the way, you have the runner running right at you there. Great concentration. And now UNI down to their final out to try and break this 4-4 tie.
Here's Taylor Hogan, drew that walk last inning. She scored one of the 4 runs that UNI got on the board to force extra innings, as Bradley again was up 4-0, looking for the upset win. But the UNI Panthers came back with a surge. Now we're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hogan. Ball, 1-1 the count. Hogan batting just .250. So French with the pitch. That ball hit well to left. Now you see it. No, you don't. It's a walk-off for Hogan, and the Panthers storm back to stun Bradley 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Taylor Hogan mobbed at home plate as UNI with a miraculous comeback as they come away with the win and beat Bradley 5-4 in game 1 of this doubleheader.
Hogan's 2nd home run of the year. Let's take another look at it. It's a walk-off. UNI scores 5 unanswered runs. 4 in the bottom of the 7th. The solo shot, that's a 2-out rally there. Hogan, the multi-sport athlete, not really known for being a power hitter, delivers the knockout punch here in game 1. Panthers have now won 2 of the 3 games in this series, with the 3rd and final game coming up in about 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, it's going to be a gut-wrenching loss of the Braves, who looked like they had it won after building that 4-0 lead. But give credit to the defending conference champs as they remain unbeaten in the Valley. They're now 8-0, 19-10 on the season. And meanwhile for Bradley, again, that is a tough loss. They fall to 2-6 in conference play and 10-25 on the season. So I hope you enjoyed our coverage of UNI softball here on between Northern Iowa and the Bradley Braves. So for Eric Braley, I'm Mark Simpson saying so long from the Robinson Dresser Sports Complex, where again our final score in 8 innings. UNI beats Bradley 5-4. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games in our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the ESPN app. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been a presentation of ESPN.